Hello and welcome to the RAMMBOCK Dev Log Update 2. I am Nick, aka Hybrid Mink, and I've been working on this shoot 'em up, aka a shmup, for a few months now, and I'm just giving you the monthly update. So let's just dive right in. I've been working on, well, the beginning of the month I was working on bullets. They are color-coded, so the player knows what they do. The blue ones just kind of fire straight. The red ones home in on you. The orange ones are lit fuses that explode into a mortar splash, and then the black ones cannot be destroyed by your pulse attack. So let's just jump right in. I also tweaked this start screen a little bit. Let's go full screen here. Obviously this isn't finished. And yeah, they're just all gonna fire at me right now. And of course I can use my pulse to get rid of them, but these fire forward. Red ones kind of track you, but it's not too much. Like, you see they come at me, and then they kind of give up eventually. Different enemies, they'll be a little more gung-ho. We have the orange one, which is a lit fuse, and then they explode into a splash of orange. Looks a little squishy. I don't know. I might tweak the look of the orange bullets. And then the black bullets are very fast, and you can't use your pulse. Now, I have to reset to get meter, because there's now energy meter, or the game will just kill me. Alright, now I have full energy meter, and yes, I could pulse, and it gets rid of bullets still. I'm going to just reset to get that full meter, but the black ones do not die from the pulse attack. I would love to show off meter, but this is a very dangerous screen, so I'm just gonna go around a little bit more, and that's enough of that. So yeah, that is the basic idea of bullets. I would say most enemies will derive properties from that. There are beams. There will be beams and other stuff, but I haven't done those yet. But these are like the 4 basic types of bullets you'll find in the game. Let's see here. I have an enemy called the Diver, and I think the Tank. Those are the 2 newer enemies, and that pretty much rounds out the level 1 enemies. Let me show you some of that. So we'll just get rid of this little formation here, and let's throw a Diver into the screen just to give you a quick look at what that guy does. Very simple. It dives at you, but it has the ability to go in different directions and different formations, which could be fun. There you are. You can even see this guy has some funky hitboxes. His hitbox is this orange thing here, but his hurtbox is this blue one here, and it has to be that way because he's very fast. And if this was his actual hitbox, it would be very hard to deal with. So let's just throw him up here. Let's put snapping on. You can see how I'm snapping to this fancy grid here. I haven't used this enemy in a while, so I wonder how it's going to go. Now once you get into range, he just dives right at you. That's basically his deal. Whoop. And of course, I can ram him. Can I get him first try? Oh, here we go. Come at me. You can go left, you can go right. I believe I showed that last time. But yeah, you might notice a little flash effect when an enemy leaves the screen. You do get points when they leave the screen like that. And that's the Diver enemy. Tanks. Well, I actually have a tank formation later on in the enemy, or the level. Tanks are special because they're tied directly to the map. They don't like float like a flying enemy. So let me see if I could do this. We'll go here, and let's say I believe I put the test stop right before it. Let's not disable stops, and let's scroll about 150 pixels, and let's see if I get this first try. No editing. I probably could edit, but I don't want to. So yeah, here's around the area that the tanks will show up. I extended the map recently, and I think maybe we're not going to see it for a little bit. But while we're here, let's talk about the energy meter. Here, you have full meter, and then it uses it. The pulse uses full meter. Oh, they're the tanks. Well, now I don't have my pulse. Oh, boy. So, yeah, they use the mortar. The mortar attack was designed for these tanks. And you can only... Well, let me see if I can get around this here. You can only hit... Oh, boy. Yep, I thought so. You can only hit their heads. See? And they leave a little bit of a thing there. But if you shoot them, they leave a little crater. So they have like 2 death states. One when they lose their top, and one when they just explode. We'll start here again to show you off meter. You might notice this 5 over here. Let's go full screen and then hide me. A second. So yeah, this little number over to the left is your chain gauge, and that is the heart of the game, really. I made it in dev so I could kind of raise it, and as it goes up, it gets a little more fiery. A little more, until finally, it's on fire, literally. So then once you actually do a chain, it'll just keep lighting on fire. So like, here's a nice setup right here. See how it kind of lit up there? That also affects your pulse attack. Remember how small the pulse attack was before? Well, now I'm maxed out. You get a double full screen pulse attack instead. And I'm going to show you a good way of like how meter is built. So that was the tank enemy, and a little bit on chaining. But basically, every time you chain... Ooh, let's put me back on screen. Every time you chain, when you hit an enemy into another enemy, that's a chain. It adds to your multiplier. Your multiplier starts at 1. So if an enemy has 5 points, you kill it, you get 5 points. If your chain is at 10, you get 50 points. Pretty simple. But every time you chain, that number goes up. And if you want to do the dash attack, it actually costs a chain, which I'll show in a second. The dash attack was a big part of this past month. Definitely the most work I think has gone into that game is getting the dash to work, because in a shmup you want things to be consistent. It's like one of the few genres where people still play for score, and if you want your score to be consistent, you need your moves, you need your mechanics, you need your enemies. Everything needs to be consistent, and the dash attack was not consistent, and I found that out when I went to a certain formation called the Death Bowling formation. I've been making different formations to test out how different things would work. So here's that formation. You can see it looks kind of like a bowling alley. Let's go to the level and say no scroll for now, please. No test, and go. So yeah, this is the formation that I was working on that I realized, oh man, my dash attack just does not work. First and foremost, that is the goal. You got, oh man, you gotta see the chain. So I got up to 17 chain from nothing doing that one. Well, I'm at 5. You know what? You know what? It's worth turning this down to 1. For this example, let's turn down to 1. I have a button to raise the chain. I do not have a button to lower the chain. There it is. There it is. And then I'm going to start my energy at like 50. So I'm going to show you how chain and energy is built real quick. So yeah, this formation was designed as like a bonus type of formation. This ball can go through different enemies. See, so I got 13, not the best one, but like if you really time it perfectly, you can get it. There we go, 16. That's the best you can get here. But also, if you don't want to use the ball, you could just kind of... Oh, I don't have energy. I don't have... Give me some of that shit. So I can go way up. Look at the 16 to the left. When I use the dash attack, it uses it. So in order to use the dash attack, because it's very powerful, you have to give up one of your multiplier. However, if you use it in an ideal situation, it's worth it. You went back up to 20, which you wouldn't have been able to do with, say, a standard ram attack. You'd be like, okay, we'll do this and this. Yeah, see? Not nearly as good. But you are incentivized to use... Whenever you see this ball, you want to whack it. Because it does not take damage from guns. However, guns are useful. They build your meter. Look to the left. See how fast it goes up? You get full meter there, and there's your tiny little pulse. If you go up to, like, say, 75, and we build some meter back up real quick. Well, you know what? The meter builds faster with RAM. You get 25 for the RAM, and then, look, it started back up. So this is almost full blast. Pretty big, but not the double one. I'll wait till this guy gets out of the way. And, so it's 25 meter for a ram attack. It's 1 meter for a gunshot. It was originally 5, and I'm like, that's just too fast. So it's 1 per enemy, 1 per hit, not kill. So yeah, if you want to build meter and keep yourself safe, that's what the gun is for. And if you want to build even more, you could do it like that and get it right away. Now, why do we have so much meter? Well, there's another mechanic that I came up with. I was going to actually end with this because this was the last thing I worked on. I literally, like, got it working yesterday. You can cancel the ram attack now. And the reason why I implemented this is because a lot of my testing is done on a flat screen, where the enemies aren't moving and they're not attacking you. Obviously, that's not fun. That's super easy. I can put myself back on for this now. But when things are moving fast, you're going to want to be like, ram and get out of there, get out of there. So, look what happens when I ram. I'm stuck for like a second, and you get knocked back. See that little knockback when you hit the ram? I wanted that for emphasis and to make the ram feel good, but it also makes it kind of slow. So what do we do? Well, if you have good timing, you can cancel it immediately. And that, I'm so sorry, is called the ram and cancel. You might have heard of similar moves in other games. I can't think of any. This is a wholly original idea. So basically, you can, within 9-frame window, cancel your ram attack and just go to town, you know? And it requires skill, but it's not that much skill. Also, you might notice the background is a little wonky. Don't worry about that. That is parallax stuff I'm working on right now. So yeah, even I miss it sometimes. But it's not that hard, if you're really thinking about it. The pulse attack is how you do it. So your ram attack is this, and your pulse attack is this. But if you hit ram and then pulse, you get the ram and cancel. You can also cancel the dash attack. This was very tricky because the dash already has so many dedicated functions to work properly. In order to make this work and keep you safe, I had to do a lot of stuff. But it should work pretty well. So let's do like 2 hits and then cancel it. I also changed the controls, so I'm hitting the wrong button half the time. It is the B button now. So let's go. Oh, I have to give myself chain. There we go. A lot of stuff happened recently. It shoots you back a little bit. The dash is a little different in that it pushes you back a little bit. But you could also go to town on this too. It's dangerous. It's a little dangerous, but I think it's worth it. All right, well, don't worry about that. It's gonna work. Trust me. When I have actual levels in place, it'll be good. Let's see here. I showed you the chain UI, the meter, the bigger pulse. As your chain goes up, your pulse gets bigger, and other things happen too, which I haven't implemented yet. There may or may not be super moves at level 99. I have not implemented those, but I'm going to wait until I think I get really deep into level 1 before I implement those. So we'll wait on those for later. I have different enemy formations that I could show, a little spiral thing. Maybe that'll probably be it. I was going to end on the ram and cancel. But you already saw it, so it's too late. It's too late. You've already seen everything. Let me see if I can just show you this little spiral thing. That was another thing I worked on at the beginning of the month. Spiral bonus. So you have these little bonuses that are going to come up. Depending on how you chain and your score at certain points in the level, you might get special enemy formations. You might notice Ikaruga does this. It gives you a chance to build your multiplier. Similar idea. Let's see here. I think I left it at a very high spiral. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, this is a little spiral formation I came up with. This enemy is just hitting each other. That shouldn't be doing that, but that's fine. I'm going to see. Let's go to the spiral bonus, spiral master. Enemy count, let's bring it down to 3. Let's just bring in all I think my defaults are what I want. Nice and simple. Yeah, so I had it to disable collision, but something must have affected it. I must have changed something. But the idea is, with good timing, well, here's with bad timing. You get like 1 chain. But with good timing, you get 7. Because when an enemy hits multiple enemies, the chain goes up 1, 2, or 3. So, I think I actually had this in the game last time, but now it has like the nice little graphic too. So, just a little thing I called the spiral bonus, and you'll see a bunch of those throughout the game too. I think that is the majority of the major changes. Next up, I believe I'm going to have to rework my camera. In the beginning, I thought once I got the camera working left to right, I'm like, that's good, moving on. I'm going to move the entire level. Rather than move the camera up and down, the level moves up and down. And I'm starting to find that that's maybe not the best approach. So I'm going to be reworking that next. And then I would love, for the next dev update, to have maybe a full working level to show you. Who knows? So hopefully you can look forward to that. It's going to be a busy June for me, but I'm going to try. If you're supporting me on Patreon, I support it. You can always go to patreon.com/hybridmink and drop a couple bucks. Lets me keep working on this. You could follow me on twitch.tv/hybridmink. I do a lot of dev stuff on there too. Anytime you want to pop in and ask me what the progress is, I'd be happy to help. I'm now a Godot expert. Ask me anything, and then I'll ask ChatGPT, and then I'll answer you. No! I will tell you from my brain, because I know these things. What else? Yeah, there's a different tier on the Patreon. If you want to support, you can get your name in the credits, yada, yada, yada. Just hybridmink.com. You can find pretty much everything that I do. And, hey, you can always join the Discord, too. So, thanks for watching this video if you stuck around. I know these aren't, like, super edited at all. I just want to show you an update to know that I'm working on it every day, even when I'm sick, which is right now. Thanks. Goodbye.